In this video, I'm going to talk about a specific strategy from the Adaptive Behaviors chapter from the Stress Management for Teachers book. And that's chapter 7, and I'm going to talk about relaxation skills. First, I'm going to review the homework from last week, which was the adaptive thinking homework. And then I'm going to talk about relaxation skills. Relaxation skills are a really great behavior to do to reduce your stress. So we're dedicating a whole video to just relaxation skills. I'm going to talk about some specific strategies for practicing relaxation skills, and then I'm going to talk about practice during the week. So before we jump into the relaxation skills, I want to think about the homework that you did with adaptive thinking. So it's important to do the practice, and it's also important to reflect on what you learned from the practice that you did during the week. So I'm going to talk about these few questions and maybe take down a few notes or think to yourself the answers that you have for these things. So first, we'd ask you to write down your thoughts throughout the week, because it can be hard to evaluate or look critically at the things that you're thinking when they're jumbled up in your head. It's so much easier to do that if you have them written down and they're out in front of you. So I want you to think for a second about writing them down. What was that like? Did you learn anything from it? Did you notice anything from the practice of writing down your thoughts? And then think about the method you tried, the ABC method or the positive and negative thoughts method. Did you like it? Did you find it helpful for you? If you did, that's fantastic, that's great, and that's a tool that you have that you can use later. You can use it in general to prevent stress or in stressful situations or after stressful situations. If you didn't like your method, the one that you tried as well, then maybe try the other one. It's really helpful to have a strategy that you can use for adaptive thinking. So try the other one if you didn't find the one that you tried as helpful. Also, did you catch any patterns in your thinking? Did you notice yourself having any common thinking traps? If you did, that awareness is really great, because next time you have those thoughts, you might be able to catch it. Oh, I'm having that thought again. Now I can change it to be a little bit more adaptive. So great job with the practice this week. And now I'm going to talk about one type of adaptive behaviors. So remember, with the teacher coping model, we're trying to increase our positive emotions. And to do that, we're building a greater awareness, and we're also changing our thoughts and changing our behaviors to be more adaptive. This video is just going to be talking about relaxation practice. And the reason that we have a whole video dedicated to just this one strategy, we're going to talk about a few different strategies with this broad idea, but the reason that we do this is because relaxation strategies are really closely tied to that stress system in the body that we talked about in the first in-person training that we did together. So as you remember from that training, the parasympathetic nervous system is the system that really calms the body down. And when we're doing deep breathing, when we're doing relaxation practice, we are activating that calming system. That's why these skills are really helpful. So I'm going to talk about deep breathing and then a few other strategies for relaxation. And I'm going to go through a few examples with you and recommend that you try this on your own as well. So the first one we talk about is deep breathing, and this is really the foundation for any of these relaxation methods that you try. It's so important to be good at taking these deep breaths, because it sends the message to the body to calm down, and it gets a lot of oxygen to your muscles and everywhere in your body that needs it. So practicing taking deep breaths. And with all of these relaxation strategies, it's helpful to practice them when you're not already feeling stressed, like maybe at a calm time when you're at home or before bed. If you practice them in the moment, if you get good at practicing them when you're not stressed, you're more likely to be able to use them in the moment when you are feeling stressed. So with deep breathing, let's practice a little bit now. Put your feet on the floor, kind of get into a comfortable position in your seat. And you want to think about expanding through your stomach, through the diaphragm, through your core. When you inhale, you want that part to expand. You don't really want your shoulders to go up. So if it's helpful to put a hand on your stomach to remind you to feel that expansion, that can be good when you're first starting to do this. You might want to picture like a balloon expanding in that area. And you might want to think about also breathing to counting the seconds for the inhales and for the exhales. And you don't want to hold your breath, you just want to kind of do it in a slow, relaxed way. So we're going to practice here. You might want to start with 3 or 5 and then see if you can work yourself up after a few days, a few weeks of practice to getting to like 5 to 10 counts. So what I mean by that is on the inhale, you count to 1, 2, 3, and then exhale 1, 2, 3. So let's just do that to the count of 3 right now, and then eventually, like I said, you can work your way up to higher numbers. Okay, so you can close your eyes or you can just look softly down, get comfortable in your seat, and just take a couple breaths here without counting. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And now let's try it with the counts. I'm going to start with 3 with the count of 3, and then 2 with 5, and we'll just give that a try. Okay? So inhale, 1, 2, 3, and then exhale, 1, 2, 3. And inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3. One more, inhale, 1, 2, 3, and exhale, 1, 2, 3. All right, now let's try it with 5, see if we can do that. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a few relaxed breaths here, and then open your eyes, or look up, and see how you feel after taking a few of those deep breaths. After you do this kind of slow breathing for a while, you are activating that parasympathetic nervous system and you're calming your body down. Like I said, this is the foundation for a lot of the other relaxation strategies. So the next strategy is progressive muscle relaxation. And this is a great relaxation strategy if you feel like you hold tension in certain parts of your body, especially when you're stressed. This progressive muscle relaxation is all about tensing muscles and then relaxing them. And it's good practice to help you learn to feel that sensation when you're starting to tense your muscles and then relax them. So to do progressive muscle relaxation, you go through different parts of your body in a systematic way and you tense those muscles and then you relax them. I'm going to go through a few right now. We're not going to go through the whole body, but just a few. This can be a good one to do before bed. This can be good when you're lying down to try this. So let's do a few right now, and usually we can start with the fists. So start with your right hand, clench your fist, and hold that tension. Hold it there for a few seconds here. Let's count to 5. 1, 2, 3, hold it, 4, 5, and then release it, relax it. And notice what it feels like when you relax that hand and feel the warmth kind of running through it. Now try it with the other hand. Clench that fist, hold it, clench it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then relax it. Slowly let it go, and let the warmth go through your fingers. Now let's try with your shoulders, kind of moving up. So clench your shoulders, see if you can get your elbows to your ears a little bit, get your shoulders all tight for 5 seconds here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then let them go. Soften them, let them relax, and feel the warmth run through as you let your muscles relax. So for progressive muscle relaxation, you would go through all the different body parts. You'd go through your legs, through your feet, to even your face, scrunch up your face a little bit, and then let it relax. And at the end, you should feel more relaxed in your body and like you let go a lot of that tension. Once you get used to doing progressive muscle relaxation, you can do kind of mini muscle relaxations throughout the day. You could do it with just your fists or your shoulders, just isolating kind of one body part and trying to hold that tension for a few seconds and then releasing it. Guided imagery is another good relaxation strategy, and this can be good especially with deep breathing. And this involves creating a relaxing scene in your mind. And you want to make the image and the scene kind of as vivid as possible in your imagination. So in order to do that, you want to think about your 5 senses and everything that you might be experiencing in that moment, in that relaxing scene. You can pick a place like at home where you feel comfortable and safe, or you can pick like a favorite vacation spot. A lot of times people will pick the beach because a lot of people like to go to the beach. So I'm going to give you a quick example with going to the beach. So we want to think about, like I said, the 5 senses and what you might experience at the beach with each of these things. So when you're on the beach, you're walking along the beach, you might start to feel the sand between your toes, you might feel the warmth of the sun, you might feel the cool ocean breeze hitting your face a little bit. And the sounds, you might hear the crashing of the waves going back and forth and back and forth. You might hear the sound of the breeze going through palm trees. You might hear kids running around on the beach, some sounds off in the distance. You might smell kind of the salty sea air. You might smell suntan lotion or sunscreen. You might taste kind of a cool, refreshing drink as you're walking along the beach. So really, you picture that in your mind. And think of all 5 senses. So that is guided imagery. And then autogenic relaxation is kind of similar to progressive muscle relaxation, but instead of tensing your muscles, you repeat phrases over and over about your muscles and about the feelings in your body. So you repeat things like, and then you put in the body part, is becoming heavy, warm, and relaxed. And you repeat to yourself, I am calm, I'm completely calm. By saying these things in your head over and over, you're putting those thoughts in your head and telling the body to relax, and going through each body part to relax. This is another good one, kind of similar to progressive muscle relaxation, because you go through different parts of your body and try to feel those relaxed feelings while concentrating on that specific area. So those are 4 strategies. The good thing about these are good to practice because they calm your body down, and they also are basically free unless you pay to have some sort of audio script or something like that, but you can do them anywhere. People probably won't notice if you're doing these things, and yet they can really calm you down in the moment. As I mentioned before, practicing them when you're not already feeling stress can be helpful, and you're more likely to use it in the moment if you've developed a practice of using them kind of consistently before. So practice one of these. Deep breathing is a good one to pair with another one because that's like the foundation for a lot of the other ones as well. And set a specific goal. What time of day do you want to practice this? How long do you want to practice this? Do you want to record a script for yourself to listen to, or do you want to find a video online? And I'll provide a couple of examples. So set a goal and make it specific. Write down what your goal is for this week, and then think about why your goal is important to you. And then think about how important is it for you to meet this goal. On a scale from 0 to 10, where 0 is not important and 10 is very important, where do you fall on that line? And after you pick a number, think about why you chose that number and not a number lower. And then think about how confident are you that you're going to meet this goal. On a scale from 0, not confident, to 10, very confident, where do you fall on that line? And then think about why you picked that number and not a lower number. And then after you do that and have your plan for practicing this week, you are all set to meet your goal, and I will see you next time.